Hi, I'm Nees. Welcome back. This is Nees Speaks, and I'm super thrilled today because I have a very exciting question that I received. I'm equally excited because I would love to hear what your thoughts are on how I responded, okay? So drop a line in the comments to let me know what you think about my response and Jake's question, okay? So here we go. Hi, Nees. My name is Jake. Hi, Jake. I've been dating someone for a while now, and she's brought up the topic of marriage a few times. It's very interesting. I love her, but I'm not sure if she's the one I should marry. How can I tell if she's marriage material? What should I be looking for before I make this big decision? Okay, it's a wonderful question. I love the question. First of all, thank you so much for joining me on Patreon. If any of you out there have a question that you would like for me to answer, please join our small but mighty community on Patreon. I look forward to seeing you there. Okay, Jake, you've been dating this woman for a while. I don't know if a while is 6 months or 6 years. But for one reason or another, you're still not 100% on if you should commit to marriage. So right out of the gate, my question to you is, what has you questioning if you should go through with it or not? So is there something that has happened either in your past or hers, or how the two of you interact, that has you concerned about committing to her? So that's something I want you to consider. But for the purpose of today, let's assume that it's her. Okay, let's assume that you're perfect. Let's assume that there's no changes that you need to make. And I'll assume that you're just wanting some validation to substantiate why you haven't pulled the trigger yet. Because most guys, not all guys, most guys, when they find the one, they don't need anyone's input. There's guys that will go to the justice of the peace. They'll get married right away, and they don't need anyone's input. So that's why I want you to think about that for a moment. And what is it that has you questioning if you should move forward? So, number one, let's get right into it. Number one, and this is number one for a reason, are you physically attracted to her? That was a long pause, and that was intentional. Are you physically attracted to her? Like straight up animal attraction? Yes, of course, the woman that you marry should be someone that you cohabitate with and build with, but she also must be someone that you're attracted to. That's just a guy thing. I didn't make that up, okay? That's a guy thing. And what I mean is, like when you close your eyes and dream up your perfect wife, like the movie Weird Science, your lady should be remarkably close to that. Like period, no negotiations, and I'm moving on to number two. Number two, she makes decisions like a queen. What do I mean? I mean she's powerful, meaning that she has an aura or a presence about her that captures your attention because she knows her worth and value. She has decision-making authority, yet she knows she's not the king. And further to that, does she know that you're her king, not her God, but her king? She's a woman who makes great decisions for herself and the people she cares about. She can also keep your secrets and does not belittle you publicly or privately about things that may be your areas of growth or development. Basically, she doesn't tell your business. And she also has the ability to step in when her king is unable to play his position without belittling her king in any way. Bonus here, she believes in God and brings prayer and discipline, not religion, prayer and discipline into your home that strengthens your family unit. So that's all under the umbrella of she makes decisions like a queen. Okay, number three. This is a big one. This is a real thing. Number three is you aren't afraid of her. I know several type A, like the type of guys you don't want to be caught in the alleyway with. Like, I know several type A guys who are fearful of their significant other because she's violent or physically abusive. That's a real thing. I also know guys who are fearful, not because of physical violence, but because their significant others are irresponsible with their mouths. So the guy never knows what they're going to say. So he's constantly doing damage control because she says stuff that he wishes she wouldn't say. Things like that. You know what I'm saying, Jake? So here's my question to you. This is under the umbrella of you're not afraid of her. How does she act when she's triggered? So when she's triggered, does she become the Tasmanian devil, tearing down everyone and everything in her path until she gets even? Here's the most important thing. If you have not yet seen how your lady acts when she's triggered, it's too soon. Take marriage off the table. You haven't been together long enough. Full stop. Okay, number 4. How am I tracking, guys? Number 4. Do you share the same values and goals? Oh my goodness. This is so important. Values such as honesty and integrity. Does she tell white lies? Is keeping her word important to her? Or does she have standards or code of ethics that she lives by and that she looks for you to live by? Are you both aligned on your life choices, your parenting preferences? How many guys do I know that are married and have kids and they didn't want to, but they didn't want to lose their partner? I have a crazy story about that. A crazy, crazy story. That's a whole other conversation, but it's crazy. Just know it's crazy, okay? I mean, it's a lot. But the point is, I know stories and situations where guys did not want to break up, but they didn't want to get married, so they end up getting married. They didn't want to have kids, but they didn't want to get a divorce, so they end up having kids. Disaster. Disaster. How do you collaborate on decision making? Does she look to you for your input, and does she take it? That goes back to number 2, that she makes decisions like a queen. Not her God, but you're her king, okay? And let's just say, for example, you really don't have life goals and she doesn't either. So it works out. You know, you're ebbing and flowing and she's ebbing and flowing and you really don't have life goals. So that works out, right? But let's just say you're the type of person who says, I have big goals. I have big dreams. If she does not, and you do, that could cause trouble in your paradise because you will be excelling in a way and headed in a direction that she may not understand, or vice versa. She may develop career goals and objectives and this awesome life plan for herself. And if you don't, you won't be equally yoked. Last but not least, everyone listening, looking for your input on here. Are these the 5 or are there more? Drop it in the comments. Is she invested in understanding and satisfying your needs? Guys, you know where I'm headed here. Okay? Guys, you know where I'm headed. Oh my goodness. This is a problem. Okay? This is a whole other conversation that we need to have, but this is a problem. There's a lot of men out here that are not getting their needs met, and it's a problem. I forgot the term that they call it. What do they call it? Remind me in the chat. What do they call it when women hold intimacy hostage? But it's a problem. So this isn't just about your lady knowing what your needs are and what your love language is. This is about her understanding why those are your needs and why they're important to you. What does it do to you if your needs are not being met? For example, some men have strong physical appetites or strong cerebral appetites. I like to have deep conversations. I like to talk about cerebral things. I want to have a deep conversation with you. If she's like, la, 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 TikTok, then there's going to be a problem. It's important that your needs, whether physical or cerebral, are being met before you get married. Otherwise, if your needs aren't being met, you will become frustrated, resentful, and your relationship will absolutely deteriorate. Period. So, Jake, listen, today's all about you. So, when you think about it honestly, most of the difficult and challenging times that you've had in your life, if you went back far enough, 9 times out of 10, you can trace those back to someone's bad decision, either your bad decision or someone that you trusted, which is probably why you're asking this question in the first place. So, this is a decision that I want you to seriously consider, not just what your needs are today, but what your needs may be a few years out. So in order for you to make decisions today that you're pleased with tomorrow, you have to know one thing. There's one thing you need to know. Ready? You have to know who you are and be unwilling to settle on things that are fundamentally important to you. And you should not make decisions with your ego that are founded in lack and loss. Well, I don't want to lose her, or I don't want to start over. Ego. Ego has you in the headlock when you start talking like that or thinking like that. When you know who you are, you emphatically defend what's in and what's out. Let's take me for an example, okay? I'm a homebody for sure. Do I know how to go out and have a good time? 100%. Absolutely. But where am I 9 days out of 10? Where's Nees? 9 days out of 10? You got it. Right here in my cute little apartment. That's right. For you, it could be that you're a morning person and it's important for you to get up early, start your day early, have things done by 10 o'clock. So if you have your partner sleeping in till 10 and you want to do things together, well, guess what? Or if you're not good with money and neither are they, you need somebody who's good with their finances. When you settle on what's fundamentally important to you, it may be cute in the beginning. Matter of fact, it will be cute in the beginning. It will be so cute in the beginning. Oh, that's so cute. But believe me, 100% of the time, all day and all night, I promise you it will get old. You will get resentful and your relationship will suffer. I really hope that answers your question. Circle back with me and let me know what you ultimately decide. You're not here by accident. You have a significant purpose for being here. It's impactful. It's important. You are here to solve someone's problem. And because of that, it is essential that your inner circle, the people that you have closest to you, are there to help you become your best self. Your partner will either help or hurt you on your path to achieving your highest potential. I've seen it too many times. The most capable, loving, intelligent, bright people that are struggling because of the person that they selected, the person that they picked. Regardless of the decision you make, I want you to remember this. This is important. I love you, and God loves you, and God has a message for you today.